It's Christmas time, and we see people all around us happy and joyful, smiling, celebrating, going to parties. You see joy in the air. We hear songs, "'Tis the season to be jolly." And it's the most wonderful time of the year. And yet, there are some who are so sad and so depressed and so overwhelmed and so frustrated. Sometimes the holidays are hard. Sometimes you see everybody around you celebrating and being joyful, and all you want to do is run and hide and get away from it all and avoid everybody. I've been there and I understand what it feels like. I remember when I decided to let Nathan go with his other family and I was alone. And I remember just crying and crying and crying. I didn't even want to go see my own family. But there was a lady in my apartment complex who was handing out cards to everybody in the complex. What a sweet lady she was. And I opened my door and I got the card and I saw the place where it came from, and I went up and I knocked on her door. And I said, "I'm spending Christmas alone this year. Are you alone?" And she invited me into her apartment, and we had a good time. We talked, we shared, she gave me cookies, we painted each other's nails, she told me about her life and I told her about my life. And it just seemed to make my Christmas a little bit brighter. Sharing and giving and loving somebody who I didn't even know. And so I want to encourage you, maybe you're going through God only knows what, and it seems like you can't get out of this situation, or it's so dark you feel like you can't even breathe. I just want to encourage you today that first of all, God sees you, that you are not alone, that He is near to the brokenhearted. And I know that sometimes that may not even seem real, like, God, you're not even real. If you were real, why would you be letting this stuff happen to me? But I want to encourage you to let Him love you this holiday season, and let somebody else love you this holiday season. Sometimes we isolate ourselves and we push everybody away from us because we're scared to let somebody in because of hurt, because of pain, because of anger, because of guilt, because of whatever it is we're feeling. Let people in. Let people love you this Christmas. God can take your mess and make it into a message. Look at my life now. It's been 9 years since that Christmas where I was alone. I didn't have a family. It was broken. I was depressed. But now I have a husband, 5 beautiful kids, a beautiful home, a wonderful supportive church, and He's turned my life around. And all I had to do was surrender to Him and change my mind about my circumstances and find what I'm thankful for. So I want to encourage you today, please find the good. Find the good this Christmas. I know it's hard. I know you're broken. I know that you're hurting. I know that sometimes it feels like you can't even breathe. I know what it feels like. But if you give it to Jesus and you let Him do something with your life, you will be amazed. You will be amazed at what He can do with this little mess of a girl. I made so many mistakes. I screwed up more times than I did things right in my lifetime. But He's doing something in me, and I'm willing to just let Him. And I've never been happier. So this Christmas, let somebody love you. Let God love you. Let Him take your mess. Let Him take your broken heart and turn it into something beautiful. And be thankful for what you have. I love you, and Jesus loves you. He loves you enough that He chose to come down to earth as a little baby, to to live his life as a human, to die on the cross, to make a way for you to be connected with God and to save your soul so that you can go to heaven. And if he loves you that much, then certainly we have something to be thankful for.